We've all seen it happen, right? You walk into a high-end conference room.
Oh yeah, the dreaded cable spaghetti.
Exactly. You spend an absolute fortune on 4K cameras and ceiling mics, and then the meeting just completely stalls because a guest brings their own laptop and they just can't connect to the room system. It is that classic BYOD versus the room conflict.
It creates such a universal point of friction. I mean, you have this incredibly professional-grade gear installed, but actually accessing it from a transient device usually means digging through a pile of dongles or, fighting with a complex touch panel.
Right, which is exactly why today's deep dive is all about the Kramer SWT3-41-U. It is a 4x1 USB switcher that basically acts as a traffic cop for your data.
Traffic cop is definitely the best analogy here. This isn't just about switching video inputs. It is about actively managing the USB data flow between up to 4 host computers and whatever USB peripherals you have in the room.
And looking at the back panel, the input mix is really smart. They didn't just blindly go all in on USB-C. You've got 2 USB-C inputs, sure, but they kept 2 USB-B inputs as well.
Which you absolutely need for flexibility. You still have resident room PCs or legacy laptops floating around that rely on older docking stations. But the real utility here, and really where the whole market is moving, is obviously those USB-C ports.
Yeah, because with this unit, that USB-C connection is doing some serious heavy lifting. We aren't just talking about a passive display link here. This is USB 3.2 Gen 2.
That distinction really matters. USB 3.2 Gen 2 gives you data transfer rates up to 10 gigabits per second.
Which you definitely need if you're pulling a stream from, say, a high-quality 4K wide-angle camera.
Oh, absolutely. A standard USB 2.0 or even a 3.0 connection can easily bottleneck right there, causing that stuttering video we all hate. This switcher just keeps that data pipe wide open.
Plus, it truly is a single cable solution, because while it passes that high-speed data, it is also pushing 60 watts of power delivery, and it handles the Ethernet connection.
It creates a completely seamless experience. A user walks in, plugs in one single cable, and boom, they're instantly on the secure network, their laptop battery is charging, and they have full control of the room's camera and mic.
It effectively eliminates the low battery panic and that awkward Wi-Fi login dance in one go. Now, for the integrators listening, plug and play is a great buzzword, but we need to talk about actual control. This unit features auto switching.
Right. It detects whoever just plugged in and automatically gives them control.
Which is great for huddle rooms.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you are integrating this into a heavily managed environment with a Crestron or Control4 system?
Well, that is where this unit really differentiates itself from a standard consumer hub. Kramer actually included a full control API. You have RS-232, contact closure, and remote IP control via a web page.
So you aren't forced to rely on the auto-switching logic if you don't want to.
Exactly. It gives the system architect the choice. Let the box handle the switching automatically for a low-touch room, or override it programmatically through the room's main processor for a managed experience.
I want to touch on the physical installation too, because it is a mega-tool enclosure, so it's fanless and compact. But the power situation is what really caught my eye. It supports PoE.
Power over Ethernet is a massive headache saver for installers. Because it accepts PoE right through the LAN port, you don't need to schedule an electrician to install a high-voltage outlet under the table or up in the ceiling plenum.
You just run a single cat cable and you are basically done. And since it is sitting right there on the network, we really have to mention security.
It supports 802.1x authentication,
Which for enterprise IT managers is totally non-negotiable right now.
It ensures that this endpoint is recognized and secured according to strict corporate standards, rather than just acting like some rogue device hanging out on the LAN.
Stepping back, it really seems like the overarching philosophy here is to make the AV infrastructure totally invisible.
That is always the goal. The best technology is the kind you don't even notice. The Kramer SWT3-41-U is, at the end of the day, just a metal box, but its whole job is to make the connection between a person and a room feel completely instantaneous.
It raises an incredibly interesting point. If the room can automatically power, connect, and network a device the very moment it plugs in, are we finally approaching an era where setting up for a meeting just becomes an obsolete concept?
I think that is exactly the direction we are heading.
Definitely something for you to mull over next time you walk into a conference room. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.